Alright, we're going to put this bus back together. I figured I'd show you where to get the information from and pretty much how to redegree the spring plates. When we took this apart, we recorded a spring plate angle of 18 degrees. So we have a protractor here. It's a magnetic base. Pick these up at any Harbor Freight. You just want to be able to set the protractor flat on the top of the spring plate once you have it installed on the torsion bar. And also important is that you have your car or bus that you're working on fairly level, okay, because that's going to affect the measurement that you get with the protractor. So I've gone ahead and installed the torsion bar back into the torsion. You want to make sure that it's all the way in. Slide that in. Make sure that your little rubber is installed in the torsion. If you don't, this thing can bounce. It's real rare, but it can make noise in there. We have our new grommets supplied by West Coast. Was it West Coast? No. Whisperg West supplied these for us. So let's go ahead and get this started. I don't have a hammer stand, so I'm going to set you up on a box. Let me show you the information that we got over here. This is Without Guesswork, 1971 VW manual. This is the only book that I refer to when I work on Volkswagens is this set. I have found information to be not so good in a lot of books. So here's our setting. We're on page 106 in the 1971 book. Here's our, focus and mocus. Here's our torsion measurements. Well, let me find them here. Here we go. 21. The 10 is the minutes. There's 60 minutes and 1 degrees. So that would be 21 plus a tenth and plus 50. That's a half a degree. Like if you had a camper top, or if you were really going to load the bus down or whatever, you could go 10 minutes plus 50, which would be half a degree. So it'd be half a degree with a tenth of a degree. Again, 10 minutes. There's 60 minutes in each degree. So the factory setting is 21 degrees, and that's what we're going to try to get, is 21, or as close to it. So let me set you on the old box over here. Hope that you're getting it. There you go, trying to talking to Matt. Check Your Face Garage about a Volkswagen. He's having all kinds of fun. So we're going to make a tranny video after this. Grommet. You want to place your grommet in the torsion housing. Now if you're using a red or a yellow urethane grommet, you want to make sure that you lube them really good at this time, because once you put those in, you cap them up. There's no getting to them. And if you don't lube the urethane bushings, they will squeak really bad. Now the only time that I usually use the urethane bushing is in a performance application. If I'm going to drag race the car, road race the car, and we've gone away from actually using 2 of these bushings. We use one on the inside here, and then we use an aluminum plate with a stay-light bushing on the outside, so the spring plate can ride on that, and it's much more robust. So we're looking for 21 degrees. You can pretty much use your control arm as a reference point. You know that it's going to be below the bolt holes, because you're going to have to jack this up to get it on the stop. Sometimes the grommet's easier if you put it on the spring plate here, like so. That's too low. That's looking pretty good right there. Let's see what we got. That's 20. About 21, I think. Let me get the, gotta borrow the camera, so I have to shim you guys up with the socket there. It's actually about 19. So we're gonna have to make our torsion bar adjustment So I'm going to pull the torsion bar out now. I'm going to pull the plate off. And I'm going to turn it 1 notch on the splines. Easier said than done. But I just did it. And this could be a little more difficult if you've never done this before. You know, it's not a real fun job. I'm not going to lie to you. So let's see where we're at now. That's about perfect. Right where we want to be there. So we're right at about 21 degrees. And I'm going to show you how to get this back up on the stop next. Matt wants to know if there's any aftermarket sheet metal that fits the Volkswagen motor. Welcome to the world of VWing, man. Let me send him a message really quick. Try to send you guys the messages back when you ask me a question. Whether I can respond in this metal building or not, I don't know. No, man, there is no aftermarket sheet metal that fits. You need to get some nice factory stuff and make that work. The Thing fan housings are a little lower profile, but still a doghouse. The aftermarket world is very fun in the VW world. Alright, so we need a jack. Let's do that next. You guys still in there? I got you in there at all? So I can't even see anything there. I can see a spring plate. There we go. Sorry. This is one of those crappy videos. Anyway, I said I would do it, so apologize for the production quality. Now you're going to need a jack. And trusty jack. You better remember the car is on jack stands, so don't get too carried away. Of course, it's going to be some resistance here now. When this came in, it was sitting on the snubber. A little more. And you got to jack it up over the little ledge. Now we're above the one more pump. Torsion's loading up. We're above the ledge right here. Now you need a piece of wood and a forward tool. Something happened here. Let's check this. Torsion slid out or something. Let me recheck my degrees. Matt's laughing. Laughing on the outside, crying on the inside. It's all you can do when you own a Volkswagen. We're still at 21, so we're good. I don't know, my jack went down or what happened there. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, it's over the stop. Now you want to put your other bushing on. Remember, if it's your thing, lube it. Now your retaining plate goes on. Got 4 bolts here for these. Believe it or not, this one came in with 3. So, gotta find a bolt. Alright, I'm going to fasten these down, and spring plate should rest on the landing there once this is tight. And then we can reassemble. We're going to need the correct size socket. And we need to turn it the right way. Bolts should be self-tappers because it can be hard to get these plates started with the new bushings and the spring plate. And now you can release the jack and we have the proper torsion again. So we're reloaded and ready to go. Reset to factory specs, and that's pretty much how you do it. Before, the spring plate was up in here, and grommet was riding on the stop all the time. So this is a good starting point. You don't want to overload the suspension. It can make it very tipsy-turvy in the back. Again, as you add weight, you know you have to add degrees. The factory setting is a pretty good place to start though. So that's where we're at, 21 degrees, came in at 18. And hopefully that helped a few guys out there. Said they were doing this job and they wanted to see how it was done. It's a lot of labor is what it is. It's not very much technical stuff. I mean, the book is what you need to get the measurement, but most is just getting yourself dirty, and just like everything else we do, you know, how hard do you want it, or how bad do you want it, or whatever they say. That's where we're at. This thing's going to be rolling today. I'm going to get the brakes done next. I'll go ahead and put this hub assembly back on my spring plate. I've got my motor finished. I need to drain my gear lube. I have to pull that side flange off right there and repair the leak. It's leaking gear lube into the CV joint, so we got to fix that. And we'll be wrapping this up. Oh yeah, I'm still recovering from the weekend, and it's already a weekend again. Anyway, we might do a little paint work on this. The customer wants to fix this scratch right there, and there's a little issue with the roof. I can't reach that high. I got some studs in for my bus, so I need to fix my bus, paint the side of it and stuff like that, and I need to put the Mustang back together. I have somebody that may do the freeze plugs in the back of the block for me, but I got to put the intake on and stuff like that. So alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully that helped you with the torsion. And there you go, that side's all back together. That's what it looks like. And hopefully we'll be driving this one soon, taking it for a little test drive. So until then, don't forget to push the record button. Have a wonderful weekend. Make the best of it. That's all we can do. And John Kerry wouldn't approve. It's pretty cloudy today. I think we're going to get some rain. Rain, rain, rain.